How is everybody doing on this lovely Wednesday? Happy hump day, everybody. So tonight we're going to make some shrimp scampi over linguine. So first thing is you're going to cut up 2 tablespoons of butter. Got 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to put 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I like to use extra virgin olive oil. That's just, because I like the taste. It's got a lighter taste, but you can use any type of olive oil. It doesn't really matter. This is a good brand to buy. Then we're going to cut up some garlic. I already cut off the ends. We're going to mince up the garlic. So that garlic isn't good. I got about 6 cloves of garlic. One of that garlic wasn't good, so you got rid of that garlic because we don't want to use that. Oh, I also got the water over here boiling because, between cooking the shrimp, it's going to take about the same time the water's going to boil. And I bought fresh pasta from the store, so that's only going to take maybe about 2 to 3 minutes to cook. So you're just going to mince up your garlic, whatever, however big you want the garlic to be. Now as you hold my knife like this, because you get a much better grip on the knife like that. Now remember too, when you're boiling your water, do not add salt before, because if you add salt before it boils, it's going to take longer to boil, because when you add salt, that brings the boiling temperature up higher. So I always add my salt afterwards. And now I already bought peeled and deveined shrimp, make it a little easier. Bought it from the local farmer market this weekend, got a pound of shrimp for about 15 bucks. It is frozen, so it's going to take a little longer to cook since it is frozen, but no biggie. So that's what your garlic should look like. In the pan, we got 2 tablespoons of butter, olive oil. We're going to add the garlic to it, and we're going to cook this for about a minute or 2. We're going to add a little pepper, a little red pepper flakes, and a little salt. How's everybody doing? So I'm put my temperature to about medium heat. About a teaspoon of salt. We're gonna add a little black pepper. About a teaspoon of black pepper too. And we're gonna add a little red pepper flake. Not much, just a little bit. If you want more, you can always add more later. We don't want to make it too spicy. So I'm just gonna add just a little bit. And we're gonna cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes, so all the aromas, all the stuff gets nice and melded together with different flavors. Then we're going to juice a lemon. We're going to use a half a cup of dry white wine. I'm going to use some Pinot Grigio, because that's what I have in the house right now. This is usually the wine I like to cook with. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. This bottle probably cost me about 5 bucks. I'm cooking with it, I might drink with it, so why waste extra money? Like I said, we're going to juice a lemon. We're going to cut up 2 more tablespoons of butter, but we're going to let this cook first. Just to get all those flavors nice and melded together. I'm going to add a little oregano. Not much, just a little bit, probably about a teaspoon. Everything smells good. I can smell the garlic, I smell the butter already. So like I said, I'm just going to cook this for about a minute or 2. How's everybody doing? So this is the shrimp I bought. As you can see, it's frozen. We don't want to cook with all that water, so I'm going to put this in the colander. Put some cool water on there, so we get all these ice crystals off. We don't want to cook with all those ice crystals. You want to use cold water, not hot water, because if you use hot water, you're going to end up cooking the shrimp, which we don't want to do. And just let that And pretty much just gonna free all the shrimps. You know, we don't want no ice crystals, so some nice big shrimps, you know. Florida, we do get good shrimps down here since the Gulf isn't too far from here. Like I said, I'm just getting all the ice crystals off, that's all. We want to cook with that in our recipe, you know, get all that water and all that nice goodness, that nice sauce that we're cooking. I did take the sauce off the heat for right now so it doesn't burn. And I paid about $15 a pound. They're deveined. The only thing that is left on them is the tails. Got one of those shrimp. And we're just separating it so they're easy to cook too. Like I said, just use cold water. Don't want to use hot water. You end up using hot water, you're going to end up cooking your shrimps, which you don't want to do. Like I said, you know, I took that off the stove so it wouldn't burn. So I'm going to add the shrimp in there. We're going to juice 1 lemon. Now I do have a little handy juicer, so it makes juicing the lemon a little easier. It's going to go just like that. Squeeze the lemon over the shrimpies. And I bought this in the store for about $5. I'm going to add the butter to that. So we're going to add the pan back to the heat, leave it on medium heat. Add another 2 tablespoons of butter. I got my half a cup of white wine we're going to add in there too. I'm going to add a little more oregano, just a pinch. I set the timer for 6 minutes. At 4 minutes we're going to put the pasta, at 2 minutes we're going to put the pasta in because the pasta only takes about 2 minutes to cook, so it's fresh pasta. I'm going to add a little more pepper flake, so I like mine's a little spicier, so like I said, you know, just start little with the spice because it can get hot, you know. And once you add enough heat, you can't decrease the heat, so start off small and just increase into, you know, to your spiciness. And we're just going to mix this around and just let it cook. Like I said, the shrimp's going to take a little longer since it is frozen shrimp. And pretty much you want to wait until the shrimp turns nice and pink. So we got all that goodness now. We got some butter, we got some garlic, we got some oregano, salt, pepper, little red pepper flakes. And of course we got some fresh shrimp from the Gulf of Florida. Can't go wrong with that shrimp. So like I said, just gonna let that cook, you know. Let it cook until, you know, the shrimp gets nice and golden, pink. Once it's nice and pink, it is done. And I will show you what it looks like once it's done. So how's everybody doing? So the cook's all nice and cooked. See, nice and curly, nice and pink. So we're just going to remove the shrimp from the heat just for a little bit, because I do need to cook this sauce a little more, because I need to cook the alcohol out of the wine, so we don't want to get drunk. So I'm just going to remove the shrimp. I'm going to put it in a metal bowl. I'm going to put a little piece of foil over the bowl so the shrimp stays nice and warm. You know, it doesn't overcook. So don't want overcooked shrimp. Overcooked shrimp is going to be very rubbery. So I'm probably going to hold off another minute or two before I start cooking the pasta. Yeah, God, it smells so amazing. Shrimpy, shrimpy, shrimpy. So I cooked up all the alcohol, so, you know, so we don't want the alcohol from the wine. Put the shrimp back in. It's on a very, very low temperature, so it's not going to cook, you know, just to keep it nice and hot. I'm going to add the pasta. Got my fresh pasta here, you know, $2.49. It's not too bad. Put this in the water. I'm going to set a timer for 2 minutes. And in about 3 to 4 minutes, we're going to have a nice shrimp scampi dinner with some linguine. Alright, so how's everybody doing? Pasta's nice and cooked. Took 2 minutes. We're going to drain the pasta. Then I got a nice bowl here for the shrimp and the pasta, of course. So I'm just going to put a little of the sauce from the shrimp in the bowl so the pasta doesn't stick. We're going to add the pasta, take our tongs, we're going to mix all that goodness. And we're going to add the rest of the shrimp and the sauce just like that, all that nice goodness in that bowl. And we have shrimp scampi alla linguine, alla Jerry. Now we got a nice dinner over here. Now remember, when you're eating your shrimp, make sure you take off your tails. You want to eat the tails. I'm going to add a little Parmesan cheese just to give a little more flavor. And I'm going to add a little more red pepper because I like red pepper. If I could find what I did with my red pepper, that would be helpful. There we go. Just add a couple more flakes. And now, bon appetit.